going to head to Dallas, two very hotly contested series is the last year. What do you remember about those two series, and what do you think could sort of bode well for you guys ahead of the weekend?
Yeah, they were tough games. Obviously, losing down there was such a emotional game, the way everything transpired. But it's a different year. It's a different. I mean, even within this year, it's been different times for us. So, but I think we're a completely different team now.
Yeah.
But it's a quick turnaround for us. So as we know, you have to take care of your home games, and we have to make sure we make that one count for us to be able to get out of this series.
Sure.
What do you do personally to make sure that your spider-like movement is sharp and agile? Like, I mean, last night it was sort of a clinic on the way you can bend your body and deflect shots with every part of it.
I mean, it's what you train every day. You try to work all day, every day to be able to make saves on the weekends, and I was fortunate enough to be able to make them on the weekend, so I was happy with that. It's really nice to be able to help out a team, especially in critical moments like playoffs, you know. So pleased with that, but a big test looming ahead.
Steph, Feilhaber had a really great game offensively last night. You actually had to deny him a few times. Looking ahead to Dallas, who also has a bunch of creative players, how do you sort of make sure that when Dallas comes in, you guys are a little more firm defensively?
It's a completely different team, just because I think Dallas is nowhere near as physical as KC was. So we're going to have to make sure that counts, because we like to be a team that has possession, and I think KC disrupted our possession very, very effectively yesterday. So I think for us in the long run to be successful, we have to maintain better possession, and that's one thing I think we're going to try to achieve against Dallas, because the longer we're in possession, the less they're in possession. And like you said, they have crafty players who, if you're going to give them too much time and too much rhythm to feel comfortable in the game, they're going to punish you. So I think especially at home, we're going to have to make sure we dictate that.
I went back over our interview after the Kansas City opener, and you had given up that goal towards the end of the game, and you had talked about how it was going to take you some time to work through that in your personal process and everything else. Did it mean anything more to you to be able to deliver in the way that you did last night against Kansas City, given that backdrop?
I mean, I'm not going to lie, it definitely crossed my mind, because same opponent, similar slippery conditions, but I think I know how to handle those thoughts now when they creep into the back of your head. So just trust in your own abilities. I think we've all put in so much hard work that you can look back at that body of work and say you've done everything you can. You're absolutely ready, and just go and have fun as much as you can. So. It was a great environment. I thought the tension was high, but I think the way that the crowd responded, I think gave us a bit of a lift, because it was so loud. Knowing that noise and that support was on our side was definitely something that helped us.
Is that a relatively new development for you, being able to sort of deal with those emotions in the back of your head, like you're talking about?
No, I think it's I mean, I've made numerous errors throughout my career, and will unfortunately make more. But that's, I think, something maybe as you grow older, maybe you get more comfortable dealing with them. But with that being said, it doesn't just happen. It's a continuous process. You have to, I think, as a goalkeeper especially, you have to, once you get those butterflies two days before games, which you should always have butterflies for every game, especially a meaningful one. But once those butterflies arrive, you have to deal with them in a proper way, because you can use them to your benefit and get yourself ready, or you can let those butterflies destroy you mentally, and you're going to be a disaster. So it's a it will be like that for the rest of my season, for my career. That's just how it is. You have to treat that preparation with the utmost respect.
What do you think of the concept of riding a hot goalkeeper in the playoffs? I know it's a common term that's thrown around in hockey, but can it happen in soccer? Do you feel like?
No, it's a hot team, I think. It's a team sport. I think almost more of a team sport than any other team sport, if you ask me, because you can have one guy who's absolutely on fire, but if the rest of the team is not clicking, then it's not going to help you at all, right? So we have numerous guys who I think have found confidence, who are playing with confidence, are buying into the team spirit that we have, are willing to sacrifice each other's bodies for each other. I think those are the main things that will help us succeed in the long run.
Did you know De La Salle's long winning streak was snapped in the soccer stadium that you play in?
I did not know it was in that stadium, but I knew it was up.
I see you were the male athlete of the year that year.
Yeah,
Is that true.
I think I was the first non-football player to get it.
Does that give you a chuckle? Did the football guys give you kind of razz you after that? Just because
No,
that football
I mean,
program's been so good so long.
Yeah, that school, I have really fond memories of that school because it's also very much so the way we have with the Sounders, a very family-oriented community, and people don't really hate on each other so much. They want each other to succeed and do well, and I really enjoyed my time there, and I think people were happy for me, for my success, and people were hoping that the football program was going to turn around very quickly again to get to winning ways.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Sure.